As is tradition, a new month means new events and new updates, which means we've got some news. So first things first, let's go ahead and talk about some of the usual updates that come with a new month. First and foremost, for the Research Breakthrough Encounter from now until Tuesday, December 1st at 1 p.m. Pacific time, you'll be able to encounter the happiness Pokemon Togetic as the Research Breakthrough Encounter. This is actually a really good opportunity to get yourself some Togepi candy so you can get yourself a Togekiss, which is generally one of the better fairy type Pokemon to have, either in gym battles, raids, or most notably in Go Battle League battles. Along with that, we do also have our general changes to legendary raid bosses. As of right now, until Thursday, November 5th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, Darkrai will be available to challenge in a 5-star raids. Afterwards, on Thursday, November 5th at 1 p.m. until Monday, November 16th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, Lugia will be returning to 5-star raids and will be packing the exclusive move Aeroblast. Lugia is actually coming back with an animation event, which we'll be talking about later in this video. But before that, after Lugia leaves Monday, November 16th at 1 p.m. Until Tuesday, November 24th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, the Swords of Justice, Terrakion, Cobalion, and Virizion will be returning to 5-star raids. And after that, from Tuesday, November 24th at 1 p.m. until Monday, November 30th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, an unannounced Pokemon will be featured in 5-star raids. So we'll definitely be keeping you updated as to which Pokemon that is, either in a future news video and or through our social media pages, which you can follow. Links are always in the description down below. My personal guess is that since it's following the return of the Swords of Justice, it may be the last member of the Swords of Justice, which is Keldale, particularly in its ordinary form, but time will tell if that's actually the Pokemon that will be featured. Sorry, one thing I actually forgot to mention about the legendary raid Pokemon is that, as per usual, there will be a special raid hour dedicated to those legendary Pokemon every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. in your local time. I know that's kind of old news at this point, but I figured might as well throw it out there just as a confirmation. Speaking of general featured Pokemon, it's time to talk about which Pokemon will be featured in the Spotlight Hours for this upcoming Tuesday, November 3rd from 6 to 7 p.m. in your local time. Cubone will be the Spotlight Pokemon and you'll earn 2 times catch Stardust during that hour. Afterwards, on Tuesday, November 10th, Jigglypuff will be the Spotlight Pokemon and you can earn 2 times catch XP. On Tuesday, November 17th, Meowth will be the Spotlight Pokemon and you'll earn 2 times catch Candy. And finally, on Tuesday, November 24th, Barboach will be the Spotlight Pokemon and you can earn 2 times Transfer Candy during that hour. Some final updates to look forward to. There will be a limited research event that will be occurring on November 28th. Of course, the feature Pokemon will be announced at a later date, so be sure to either follow this channel or our social media pages to keep updated on that. Niantic is planning to update the detail page for certain Pokemon, so you can see more information about them, including what particular egg they were hatched from, if they hatched from an egg, if you caught your Pokemon after a raid, and you can also see whether or not it was a Mega Raid or an EX Raid. Some other things you'll be able to see is if you caught that Pokemon after a special encounter, such as an encounter after a Go Battle League win, or through a Research Breakthrough encounter, or if you caught it after a surprise encounter after you take a snapshot. You'll also be able to see whether you caught that Pokemon through a ticketed event like Pokemon Go Fest. So definitely would be an interesting thing to see. You know, not only did you catch or hatch this Pokemon, but also like when and where you specifically caught that Pokemon. So definitely is a nice addition. Nothing really groundbreaking, but kind of something cool to see. Along with that update, there will also be an update for newer trainers as to how they will receive special research lines from the past. Essentially, what Niantic is planning to do is, instead of like bogging new players down like with a choke ton of special research all in one go, instead they'll make it so that if a trainer were currently working on the research like a mythical discovery, they actually won't receive any of the new special research until they complete that one first and foremost. So that way, instead of having to deal with like 10 special research at one time, you only have to worry about 1 or 2. Now, ultimately, is remembering that if you have already completed the special research, this update won't really affect you, but it is a nice addition to essentially allow new trainers to be able to really focus on certain special research instead of having to worry about completing like 10 research all at one time. For these specific updates, I believe some of it has already been released and some of it has been heavily hinted at in the most recent APK 0.191, which is been released, I believe, in the past couple of days, but we'll definitely be talking more about that later on in this video. So along with our usual November updates, we also have some events to be looking forward to, one of which is actually happening right now for trainers in the Latin America region, and that is the Day of the Dead celebration, otherwise known as Dia de los Muertos. I apologize heavily if I butchered the saying of that. But this event will be occurring from now until Monday, November 2nd at 11:59 p.m. in your local time. During this time, Pokemon such as Cubone, Sunflora, Roselia, Cacnea, Duskull, and Litwick will be appearing more frequently out in the wild. Pokemon such as Ghastly, Mischievous, Absol, Shuppet, Duskull, Drifloon, and Litwick will be attracted more frequently to Incense. There will be exclusive field research tests that will reward you with encounters with Marowak in both its Kanto and Alolan form, as well as Murkrow and Duskull. It is worth noting that, of course, you can get the shiny versions of all of these Pokemon through that field research. Poffins will be available as a reward on Go Battle League reward tracks. There will also be a special box featured in the shop that includes Incense, Poffins, Star Pieces, and remote raid passes. And you can always take a snapshot during this event for a little special surprise. So all in all, definitely a lot of shiny potential out there in this little event, and ties in fairly well with the current global Halloween event that's occurring. So all in all, I wish you all a happy Day of the Dead celebration. Hope the celebrations all go well, and best of luck to you who will be shiny hunting during this event. So speaking of region-specific events, Niantic is planning on hosting some special weekend events with particular partners, two of which we've actually talked about in previous videos, and those would be the United States-specific special weekend events. The first of which is the Verizon special weekend event, which we talked about in this video right up here. And that's occurring on Saturday, November 7th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in your local time. The other event is the Grubhub event, which we talked about in this video right up here. And that'll be occurring on Sunday, November 8th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in your local time. Besides that, in Mexico, there's a special event tied with 7-Eleven, which will be occurring on Saturday, November 7th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in your local time. And in Japan, there will be an event tied with SoftBank and 7-Eleven occurring on Saturday, November 7th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in your local time. And an event tied with Matsumoto Kiyoshi taking place on November 8th at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in your local time. So just to reiterate what's shared with all of these special events, there will be timed research available for ticket holders that will reward you with encounters with Pokemon such as Chansey, Sunkern, Mavile, Spoink, Bronzor, Gibble, and Sewaddle, and will earn you items such as Incense, a Star Piece, and Mega Charizard Energy. Along with that, there will be certain Pokemon attracted to Incense, such as Bulbasaur, Charizard, Squirtle, Pikachu, Sableye, Patrat, Minccino, and Ferroseed, as well as various forms of Unknown. And if you're lucky, you'll be able to now encounter a shiny Ferroseed. Along with that, there will be some special Pokemon that will be appearing specific to each special weekend event, so you can definitely check out those in their respective blogs, or you can watch the previous news videos, or at least for the Verizon and the Grubhub events, which you can watch again right up here. And it is worth noting that Shiny Unknown will not be appearing in any of these special weekend events. So I believe, unfortunately, the time to claim any of these tickets have already passed, but just in case, I'll go ahead and leave a link to the ticket websites in the description down below. But for those of you who will be attending these special weekend events, I wish you all best of luck to those who are hunting out for that shiny Ferroseed, and best of luck to all of those who will be looking out for those particular types of Unknown, or best of luck to those of you who want to complete that timed research so you can get yourself a little bit more Charizard Mega Energy. So moving away from region-specific events, we have a global event to look forward to in Animation Week 2020 event, which is based on the most recent iteration of the Pokemon anime, Pokemon Journeys. And this event will be occurring from Friday, November 6th at 8 a.m. to Thursday, November 12th at 10 p.m. in your local time. During this time, World Cap Pikachu will be appearing out in the wild, and if you're lucky, you'll be able to encounter a shiny one. So for any of you like myself who have missed out on getting a World Cap Pikachu during its Spotlight Hour last month, be given a second chance to get one. Also, to reiterate, on Thursday, November 5th at 1 p.m. till Monday, November 16th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, Lugia is returning to 5-star raids with the exclusive attack Aeroblast. Also worth noting is that Lugia does still sport its shiny form, so definitely be on the lookout for that one. Along with Lugia's return to raids, Pokemon such as Ivysaur, Pinsir, Snorlax, and Golurk, as well as, of course, other Pokemon, will be appearing in raids as well. Pokemon such as Bulbasaur, Execute, Cubone, Scyther, Dratini, Cyndaquil, and more will be appearing more frequently out in the wild. They do also mention that if you're lucky, you'll now be able to encounter a shiny Cubone, but I'm pretty sure we've already had shiny Cubone out previously, so I find it kind of interesting that they've decided to highlight that Pokemon in particular. In any event, there'll be specific Pokemon hatching from 7-kilometer eggs, including Pichu, Mantike, Riolu, and Cubone. There's also new timed research inspired by multiple episodes of the ongoing series Pokemon Journeys, which you can complete, I'm assuming, for Pokemon Journeys specific rewards, possibly. Go, or the character Go, will be appearing in Go snapshots, so be sure to take some snapshots during the event. And Go-inspired avatar items will be available for free in the Style Shop, so if you want to rock some of that Go attire, it should be available both during and after this event. Pretty interesting event, definitely looking forward to Lugia returning, and I hear Aeroblast is a must, especially in Go Battle League. Once again, this does have some pretty nice shiny potentials sprinkled throughout, so best of luck to you who will be hunting for either shiny Lugia, shiny World Cap Pikachu, or maybe you're still looking for shiny Cubone, in which case, best of luck to you as well. So one more November related update to talk about is the upcoming November Community Day. Originally, I assumed this was going to be the start of the Gen 5 starters and we were getting Snivy, or I guess Superior with Frenzy Plant, but I was wrong. Very, very wrong. But admittedly, I don't mind it too much because we are actually getting ourselves 2 Community Days for the month of November. The first of which will be a Community Day dedicated to Electabuzz, and the second one, a Community Day dedicated to Magmar. So for the Electabuzz Community Day, this will be taking place on Sunday, November 15th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in your local time. During this time, Electabuzz will be appearing more frequently out in the wild, and if you're lucky, you'll be able to encounter a shiny one. If you evolve Electabuzz either during or up to 2 hours after the event, you'll get yourself an Electivire that knows Flamethrower. Of course, take a few snapshots during Community Day, and you'll get yourself an encounter with Electabuzz through that way. There'll also be a special one-time purchase Electabuzz Community Day box available for 1280 Pokecoins that features an Elite Fast TM, 3 Super Incubators, 3 Incense, and 30 Ultra Balls. There'll also be exclusive time research and field research tasks available during this time, and if you complete the time research task, you'll earn yourself some Sinnoh Stones as well as other items for the low price of $1, or of course the equivalent pricing in your local currency. You'll be able to access the Electabuzz Community Day exclusive special research, Electric for Electabuzz. And finally, Elekid will be hatching from 2-kilometer eggs that you gain during this event. Also worth noting, for the extra bonuses, Incense will of course once again be lasting for 3 hours instead of the usual 1 hour, and there will be 1/4 hatch distance for eggs placed in incubators during this event. Switching gears from Electabuzz to Magmar's Community Day. This will be taking place on Saturday, November 21st from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in your local time. Of course, Magmar will be appearing more frequently in the wild, and of course you can catch a shiny one. If you evolve Magmar either during or 2 hours after the event, you get yourself a Magmortar that knows Thunderbolt. Honestly, I think it's actually really cute that their charge moves actually swap typings for each one. Regardless, you'll also be able to, of course, take snapshots during Community Day to get yourself an encounter with Magmar. There will be a special one-time purchase community box for 1280 Pokecoins, which will reward you with the same items, except instead of an Elite Fast TM, it'll earn you an Elite Charge TM. There's of course event exclusive timed and field research, and the timed research will earn you some Sinnoh Stones for the same pricing of $1 or the equivalent pricing in your local currency. You'll gain access to the community day exclusive special research, no match for Magmar. And finally, Mag B will be hatching from 2 kilometer eggs gained throughout this event. And of course, this community day shares the same bonuses, in which Incense is active for 3 hours instead of the usual one, and eggs placed in incubators will be hatching for, will require 1/4 hatch distance when placed in an incubator during this event. So all in all, in terms of the exclusive move, they definitely aren't shifting Electivire's or Magmortar's place in terms of their spot in the meta, but Flamethrower and Thunderbolt are some pretty solid moves to have, and it does provide them with a little bit of extra coverage. Electabuzz providing a little bit more damage to steel types, and Magmortar just having a little extra coverage in general for having Thunderbolt. Nonetheless, for myself personally, I don't believe I have the shinies for either of these Pokemon, so it's definitely an excellent opportunity to get those shinies. And again, the use of Thunderbolt or Flamethrower might be an interesting play for future Go Battle League battles. But yeah, nonetheless, I wish best of luck to any of you who will be hunting for these shiny Pokemon during these Community Day events. So with that, that's all the news I have for today. Once again, I hope you're all staying safe and staying healthy during this time. And with all that said, I will see you guys in the next video.